What's up, Highland? We're on site at a new location, just opened up here recently at Mama's Rehab. So we're here with Chrissy Nunez.
Hello.
So I got lots of questions. I don't know anything about what's going on here. I'm looking at a bunch of products that I wouldn't know anything about. My wife would probably love this place, so we're gonna not let her see this video.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding. Tell us how did you get this started? What is it?
So I started out as a complete tallow company 7 years ago. My son had really bad eczema, and we were looking at different options of skincare for him. A lot of things that are broadcasted to you have a lot of chemicals in them and don't actually heal from the inside. So we started making this tallow balm, and it's the grossest thing you can put on your skin. It's grass-fed beef fat that comes from the kidneys of the cow. But it's the best thing you can put on your skin. It's got all the essential vitamins that you need, vitamins A, D, K, E. We add raw shea butter to that, and that gives you vitamin F. We've been eczema-free for 6 years. We've worked with many clients that have had dry skin from cancer treatments. We've had clients that have had psoriasis, eczema, you name it. Even for like anti-aging, it's an amazing product. And then it just turned into this whole bath and body company over the last 7 years, and now it's no longer just a tallow company, but we've got some amazing products.
So apparently Facebook has driven me to be here. I was just telling her before we started that apparently my age of Facebook knows my algorithm of my age, and I've been seeing these tallow creams for men.
Get in there, old man.
So maybe I'll make a purchase today.
You say that. You say it's gross. It's something like you.
Yeah.
Is it gross to make, or is it gross once?
It's gross to make it.
About the finished product.
It's disgusting. Yeah, like people have seen my videos of like actually getting the kidney fat, and it's got the kidney inside. I mean, it's nasty.
And you make it yourself.
But you render it down. Yeah, you render it down,
okay.
And you filter it, multiple times with salt, water, and then you craft it into these amazing products. So, and we do have multiple tallow products. We just.
So as me, the consumer, it's not going to be super gross for me.
No.
It's going to look like normal
It's going to look like normal skincare, yes. And we have scents that are coming too.
Leave it on for 5 minutes and
Yeah,
wash it
right?
off real quick,
Yeah.
or what?
Well, Nick would, you have to bleep it out, but Nick used to say, go get that shit and put it on Nicholas. It's nasty.
It's okay.
So he wouldn't even put it on him, so I had to. But we also have scents coming too. We just made a vanilla bean where I actually, instead of adding essential oils to our tallow balms, I make them like organically. So I take vanilla beans, I split, I scrape, and then I melt that for 48 hours, and I turn that into a vanilla bean balm. But it sold out in 48 hours, so it's coming back. It's just amazing.
Wow.
So then you'll smell like a vanilla bean ice cream instead of,
So is this for men, women, what?
Everybody? Everybody, yes. Any age. You can use it on your newborns for a face and body moisturizer. Any age. It's great for any age.
Okay. And like you said, you started this with your son.
I did.
And then
for him. Mm-hmm.
So did it just kind of naturally, like, since it worked for him, did other people start asking you questions, or how did it turn from, okay, I did this with my son, into?
It's been a very long road. It's been 6.5 years. I tell people all the time, I was dead broke for like 5 years, but I just believed in what I was doing so much that I just kept going and going and going. And every year it got better. So I started doing a lot of shows 2 years ago, and that's when I started meeting people, and then people believed in me, and I gained amazing relationships, and I just put myself out there. And now we have an amazing crew of people that support us and believe in what we do.
That's awesome.
And we have other products too. We've got magnesium products. We have an organic skincare line that's handcrafted here at Mama's Rehab. So we've got, a whole organic holistic line over here that's going to expand. Okay. And we also have all the fun stuff too for kids and, and for anybody.
Gotcha. Do you want to actually go grab some of your products?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Show us what these things are. Don't just.
I will.
Ryan, are you getting some tallow today?
I'm probably gonna have to.
The good thing is for you, you still look 25.
It's filtered so many times that it doesn't even really smell it doesn't smell bad like beef fat. So what we have here is the tallow balm, and if you can smell it, you don't have to be scared of it.
I'm
But
not scared.
So it's got.
I really can't even smell it at all.
Yeah, it's very light.
It just looks like whipped cream.
It does. Oh yeah, I have a food problem, so everything looks like food here. Like the donut bath bombs that are right next to you.
Yeah.
It's
nice.
awful.
Not edible.
Yeah, King's
Yeah,
Milk.
that's edible. I wish it was, but that's what I do. Instead of eating it, I put it into my stuff. We've got here's a charcoal cleanser, but we have I've been crafting our skincare for since the beginning. I'd say the first year I finally got into skincare. It's one of our highest selling products. It's organic, it's very clean, it's non-drying. We have an entire line. We've got serums, cleansers. We've got the tallow balm would be my recommended moisturizer. We've got the scents coming into if people don't want to use something that doesn't have a scent in it. And we have tallow scrubs that make your skin feel just incredible. We have skincare boxes as well if you want a sampler instead. We've got the magnesium line. This is also another holistic product. We've been making these for 3 years, and this got really huge last year on TikTok. I don't know if anybody saw the magnesium, but we craft these as well.
So what does that do?
So this is for
Magnesium
sleep, aches, pains. 70% of us are deficient in magnesium as it is. The topical magnesium has a much higher absorption rate than edible form. There's many different types of magnesiums. We use magnesium chloride, which is the highest used topical magnesium. So we have a lot of clients that'll use this on the bottoms of their feet for sleep, or they'll use it on there. If you're working out heavily and you have a sore spot, you can put it on there. I never in a million years thought that this was going to be something that was going to work. Abby Eilers actually recommended this to me 3 years ago to make for her, and this has been, they sell out. They're amazing. It's crazy.
What about plantar fasciitis?
I have a lot of clients that have plantar fasciitis. They have arthritis.
I'm going to buy everything here.
I promise you, I never thought in a
Facebook
million
Live.
years these were going to do as well as they have, and they've completely outdone themselves. So now I'm planning on going to school very soon for herbalism, and I hope to expand that greatly.
Wow.
That's like my favorite thing.
So you make all is every product something that you make, or is there anything that you order in?
Every single product that we have here is handcrafted in-house at Mama's Rehab. So
Wow, that's
I'm
awesome.
the number one maker here. I have an assistant named Jennifer, and she's the only other person that's been helping make products. So
Wow.
it's been we worked a lot of overnight shifts last week to get all these products made, but we work really, really hard. We work long hours, and we get the job done.
So not a product that is shipped from China
Nope.
in here and then just resold.
No,
That's
every
awesome.
single product we have here, we have over 350 variants now of products, and every single one is handcrafted in-house.
Wow.
Whether it be at midnight or
It's
3 a.m.
impressive.
If the lights are on, the disco ball's going.
So tell us about the name Mama's Rehab.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Is there some? There's got to be some story behind that.
There's some emotion that's behind that.
Yeah.
I originally had called it Mama's Rehab because my soul just said this is what you need to name it. And I named it that because I thought how many moms are out here trying to find skin rehab for their kids and they can't find it. And there's all of these sulfates and we have products that have colors in it too. I'll start by saying that. We have products that have fun stuff in it too. Not everything is organic here, but I'm always an open book about that. But I thought how many moms out here are trying to find something and there's chemicals and everything that's causing, there's actual products out there that say it's good for eczema and yet it can cause eczema. It's crazy to me. Yeah. So I called it that for mamas that need skin rehab for their kids. But at the time I didn't realize I am a totally different person today because of this. So this was also, my rehab. So it's been amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah, that is cool. Well, like I said, so like when you opened this, like when did you decide to open this? Like how long has this been in the making to where you needed storefront?
So
ready to actually open a store versus just doing like trade shows?
I think we found out last year. I had a little she shed at my house. It's like a 333 square foot shed, and it looks like a house inside. So it actually looks like this, but it's like 15 times, 100 times smaller actually. And I was working out of that. And I would open it 3 nights a week, and our clients would come to where I live in a cornfield. They would come to the cornfield and shop my shelves 3 nights a week. And we had a hot cocoa bar last year where I just did some little treats, and I told my girls, I was like, oh man, if this is a dud, like, it's gonna be crazy. We had over 100 people show up in my driveway. We had a line out of our gates. So that's when I think Nick was like, yeah, you need to get out of here. Yeah. This is too much, And I had no bathroom. So I always tell people the best thing about this store is the freaking bathroom. But he actually was looking at this property for a while. Him and my sister-in-law and brother-in-law are building a daycare here. So this was already standing. It just had to be completely rehabbed. And he had mentioned to me that maybe this is something that, would work for me. And I don't think I saw it at the time because if you saw what this looked like before, it needed a lot of work. I mean, every piece of this building has been completely remodeled. The trailer that was attached to it has been torn down. But it's the most beautiful thing that we could have ever done.
Guess we should explain where you're at.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Do you want to tell everybody where you're at?
We are at 12448 Sportsman Road, and I am directly across from the Cordy Rec Center, so I get to stare at the ponds all day.
Yeah. So this used to be TMCI.
This was
a long
TMCI,
time.
yes. And it's so cool to see their family post on our posts sometimes. 'Cause it's like, you take one family-owned business and you take it to another and you rehab it, and it's just, I'm so excited. And I hope they're excited.
And I
too.
imagine it didn't look anything like this whenever you took it over. I can't imagine a truck
No.
center
I-
looked this fancy and
No.
cool. So I'm guessing you put in a lot of sweat equity into this
Yeah.
space as well to make it look as awesome as it does.
I told him I didn't think that this was going to work. When we first walked in, I thought, oh my God, there's just no way. I can't put my vision in it. And Nick's like, you're not seeing the end result. And I thought, okay, we'll give this a chance. And it's been a very stressful almost year of us doing this. But I can't believe we're still together because this was crazy. I highly do not recommend doing this, with your partner. But it's amazing. And now he gets to see, he got to be here on Saturday and see all of the lines of people. And that was amazing because he's never seen that before. So now he can see that we're, a real business.
That's cool. And his vision, you were able to bring to life.
Heck yeah. I'm going to be the sugar mama now,
Oh, Nick, you get to retire.
Yeah, woohoo!
Congratulations.
Oh, he would love that. He would love that. That's
Congrats.
his dream.
That's funny.
Do you want me to edit that part out?
He wants to be a stay-at-home daddy.
Okay,
he
so-
would love that. he would crack
Sounds
up.
like you're on your way.
Woohoo! He'd be jumping for joy right now if he watched us say that. Like, hell yeah, girl, get it.
So it looks like one of the things I noticed when checking out the Facebook whatnot,
Yeah.
like you have a very like a cult following almost.
It's kind of
with,
scary.
Like,
If you
but-
saw the post yesterday,
yeah, but
they are very protective
yes,
of me.
I did.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why that is there is because your passion is so, it's so obvious with just as we're sitting here talking. What is it that you think outside of with the passion, maybe that is it, but what creates that cult following that you have created?
So I believe in a lot of different things when it comes to businesses. There's a lot of people that believe in sales-based business. They're in it for the sales. I'm more so into it for the relationships because that's what's important to me and that's what fills my soul. I believe in calling people by their first name, shaking their hands, hugging them, making them feel special because any person, whether you're a CEO or a janitor, you should be treated the exact same. So when people walk into my doors, knowing how much this has given to me, I was a stay-at-home mom, homeschooling mom for the last 7 years. So I went from that to this. And knowing how much this has given, how much freedom this has given me in so many different ways, whether that's emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially, I want to treat those people. I want to tell them about that all the time and make them feel like they're so important to me. And I think that's where it, you walk into a commercial store, no offense, you go to Buff City Soaps or something, it's commercial. You're not getting that personable experience with the owner. You're not getting to know, their why. But here it's so different. This is your home, essentially, when you come here.
Yeah.
And I think that's, where it comes from is the loyalty and love that I have for the people that walk into my doors or spend $1 on me.
Yeah. And I think there's a testament to that too. Just with you, whenever I was, that post, referencing that post, but there was like claws were out. Everybody was. It was very interesting.
Yes.
But there were so many people that what I seen was like, oh, Chrissy, like it was something that was totally my fault.
Mm-hmm.
But Chrissy shipped something to me. She did, and it was just like there was one after another that was. It was all them saying like, yeah, Chrissy went above and beyond
And a lot of
for
these
something
are
that
new
she didn't even
clients.
need to have to do.
Well, these are new clients. Customer service is so important to me. I absolutely can't stand if something is you can't get a hold of people anymore. Nobody has phone numbers anymore. It's, I know that you should leave your phone at home and you should separate work life from home life, but I don't ever want to do that. I want to be there for the people that support me.
Yeah.
But it was a crazy day yesterday. It was an emotional day, but at the same time to see my people, and I had known that was going to happen, and I told my assistant, this is what's going to it's coming. Like the hurricane is coming, and it did. And I would hate for that to ever happen, but I also feel very loved, very supported, and I know that is because of the relationships I built with these people.
Yeah.
I will always take care of them. Even if it's my fault, your fault, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Sales will come later.
Are we okay to talk about what it was? 'Cause
Yeah,
it was
oh, yeah.
I don't know what it was.
It was 100% fake.
100%. So this is a real client that I have. I've had this client for about 1.5 years. She actually came to me because she was upset with a wholesale account that I have and how they were shipping. So I was like, oh, no, here we go, and every single thing that I've done has been wrong, whether it be, my shipping, my boxes, my tape, they're just always trying to make me feel kind of dumb, or like the way I label my products. And I am so passionate and driven about what I do that I know how many late nights I've worked. I know how many overnights I've worked to make this happen, that no one will run me. And it got to the point where finally, this person had made a pre-order on my site, and didn't want to send payment. And I had mentioned, hey, this has to be paid by this date. And that was just kind of the line in the sand. And I hate being that negative person or even discussing this human, but this woman was irate. Sent me multiple messages saying she is going to have someone else buy products for her, which I think is crazy because if you don't like what I do, let's just go somewhere that makes you happy. It hurts my heart when someone's upset with something. So when it continuously happens and it's things that are not my fault or things that I know I do for a reason, it gets to the point where finally, like you said, I set boundaries. I have no problem telling someone they have to go somewhere else. And I did it professionally. I think it upset them. So what they did is they had created a false account and made reviews on my page. And I knew what was going to happen. I know my character. I know, And the thing is people that know me, I've learned this over the last 7 years. People that know you, that have a relationship with you, are going to respect you versus people that have no idea who you are. That's natural. Yeah. So if someone that doesn't know me sees a review like that, they're going to think that I shipped something that I didn't, that I faulted someone for, or if there was something that was broken, that I did something out of character. And my clients were not going to let that happen. So not today, And if I did someone wrong, I would publicly apologize for it. I have no problem apologizing for my wrongs and making things right. But I truly know how I do things here. I know why I do them the way I do. I was in spa management for a few years, and it's just, I tell people all the time, I'm so anal about how things are. Even my poor girls that help me, oh God. I'm have you ever seen Casino where Ace is every muffin has to have the same amount of blueberries in it? I mean, I reference that all the time because even my girls the labels have to be forward, tops have to be facing forward. These poor girls probably want to stab me. I say it all the time. So they know how I do things. My clients know how I do things. They love me. I love them. And, Yeah,
that's good though. I mean, just talking to you and hearing how passionate and how involved you are.
Oh yeah, you just set that down.
Jeff's breaking stuff in here.
It's okay. It was a referral.
It's going to be probably one of the biggest reasons you're going to be successful here in Highland is people love to do business with people.
Yeah.
This is a very small business town.
Do business with businesses. They want to do business with people, and I'm a firm believer that I'm one of those people. I want to buy from somebody, not just a brand or a name. So
small businesses are the backbone of the country. We may not realize that, but they're the backbone. And it's also hopefully you get a totally different customer service when you purchase from small business owners. We work so hard. I don't think people really truly know what goes into a small business unless you did it yourself. There's so many little factors that go into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's why we're doing this whole thing. This is why I enjoy doing this podcast and stuff, is to because I think the more people really know who you are, the more likely they actually want to make a purchase from you or do business with you. Yep. And it's exciting to get to, have you show your passion.
Thank you. It's wonderful.
And speaking of getting to know who you are, you
a little crazy.
No, you wear your emotions on your sleeve.
Yeah, I do.
And through social media, which is how do you get to that point? Because so many people try to create this perfect the Joneses persona on social media, whereas you are just real.
Hair a mess, and
you're just being real. How do you get to that point?
I know where I came from. I live in a trailer in a cornfield in Marine. You know what I mean? I'm not a bougie person. I'm not a fancy person, and I came from nothing. I truly have come from nothing in my life, and with this business, I know, and this may not, you should probably put a perfect persona on. But for me, I don't want to be anybody that I don't want to be somebody I don't want to be. I want to be who I am. And honestly, it's really worked out for me because the people have loved me for me being me. Mm-hmm. There's lives I've done. My friend makes fun of me, Jamie with Cover and Chaga. She's like, you literally looked like white trash last night. Your hair was like a rat's nest and you did a live. And I said, well, I was tired. I worked all night, Worked overnight. I was exhausted. So you know what? I can look like that because I worked all night long through the boarding.
And we all have our moments where we look like that.
Yeah.
Everybody does. And for you to be honest with people, it just creates relatability. And
I'm not scared.
You're just like everybody else.
You don't have to be anybody. You don't have to come in here looking like a certain way. You don't have to have, you don't have to have, I mean, it's very important to me that you come as you are and you are accepted as who you are. And I hope that that's vice versa.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Like I said, I'm excited for you. This is a cool, amazing looking inside. I didn't know what to expect. I'd not been in here before and knew nothing about what I was walking into.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
But I think, you're going to be successful, and I think the town and everybody's going to, really gravitate to what you have going on here.
The town has been wonderful. I'm technically a transplant. I went to high school here. Nick has lived here his whole life. His family is Cordy Fry.
You don't have to tell anybody you're a transplant. Just say you're from here.
I'm technically from here.
You're from here.
I did go to high school here. But it's been
good.
amazing. It's been amazing. We've been so supported. And with the lines the other day was just, it made my whole entire day. And especially after reading that email, I was just like, oh my God, this woman hates, she might stab me. Like, I'm scared. You know? It was
So
scary.
Ryan, do you have anything else?
Well,
for
I was
Chrissy?
gonna ask what are the ways that people can buy your products?
Oh, so we have a website. Our website is wide open with all the products, whether they are made or not. We'll create them or craft them in 5 to 7 business days. You can come into our store Wednesday through Saturdays. Wednesday through Fridays, 11 to 7. Saturdays are 9 to 3. We also have you can buy from website, come in and pick up. That's how we do it now. We do events randomly. So much has changed with opening the store. I'm like, woo! We do events too. So we do Vine Street Market, and Old Wicks is our biggest event too that we do too. So.
Okay, so we'll make sure we put the comments or all these links in the comments.
Yeah, that'd be
So
awesome.
that way everybody can have easy access to them.
That'd be
What's
awesome.
the best way to follow you on social media?
Facebook is our biggest account. That's normally what drives our clients. So that's probably the best way. And then our website is always linked there too, if you need our website. But we have open hours now, so people can just come and shop our shop and hang out and have a great day.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on
Thank
the new
you.
adventure. This is,
I'm so
like I said,
excited.
this place is awesome.
Thank
Yeah,
you
it
so
is.
much.
Everybody come
Really
check it
is.
out.
It turned out beautifully. It's beautiful. I'm so excited.